All right, welcome back. We are continuing our journey from Sherwood, from St. Louis, Missouri, Sherwood Construction to Indio, California, Lenner Warehouse. And we have till Saturday, 12:19 p.m. to get there, and it's Wednesday. We're hauling these utility poles, and this is the route we are on to take. So let's get going. I meant to click down here. Should load up pretty quick. And we're on our way. Let's get our cruise control set up. So I press the C key, and then we want to go faster than this. So we bump that using the up arrow that we set up on the last video. And now we're going to cruise at 60, and we got to make sure we just shift and stay in our lane. Whoa, almost got in an accident. I'm using the keyboard to steer because I don't have a fancy steering wheel setup shifter dealy dally bobber, and that is the official terminology too, by the way. We're gonna go this way. Should have been over in this lane to begin with. Oh, let's look over here before we turn. Our goal is to stay above 11,780. No tickets. We're gonna aim for that, so we'll see. Increase our cruise speed. And we'll do it again. I imagine in real life that you probably do 60 to 70. Or do you go higher and go the speed limit? So if it's 75 or 80, you're going 75 or 80. I would imagine in a truck that would suck down the gas pretty fast. Let me know down below in the comments. We're going to need to stop and get gas. Well, speaking of that, how long do we have left? 5 hours? Should have had my blinker, but we will stop here. Now, there's probably a better one just down the road a little ways, and I probably should have checked the map first before stopping here, but that's alright. Gas tank back on. Gas tank, gas cap. Well, lots of space back here. Looks deceiving from there, out there. Nice, I think we'll just pull in right here. Nice, pull out. Straight ahead. Full tank of gas. Full night's sleep. Let's roll. Better stop though before I jump on the road. It's a nice spot to stay. Whoa, coming in a little bit fast. Oh, should have had my blinker on. Hey, I'm coming in. Oh, what do we got going on here? They're gonna let me in. That's nice of them. No, that would not be the case for anything. They'd be off on the side of the road. Turn our cruise control back on and bump it up to 75, which is the current speed limit. We're just cruising along here. Trying not to get in a traffic accident, speeding ticket. Trying to keep that money above $11,750. I think I'd already gotten a ticket on this run. Oh yeah, because that car just stopped right in front of me for no reason. And I know it happens in real life too. Yeah, I could have made it to this one. But I think that other one we stopped at. I'm talking about the truck stop, but I think the other one we stopped at was a nice one. Kind of off and out of the way, and Albuquerque is west, but we want to go this way, which is south, I believe. Hauling a load to Cali. Because California is the place you oughta be. We loaded up the truck and moved to Beverly Hills, that is. Tell me what show that's off of. Can leave a comment down below and let me know. I know, but do you know? Increase our cruise control speed, and we'll continue to cruise along. We got 10 hours and 33 minutes left on this drive time. So 10 hours, that'll bring us down to about 6 hours, maybe 7 or 8, depending on if we gotta stop and at a way station or not, which I'm assuming we will, because that's usually what happens. Or if we get rerouted due to an accident or some other deal on the highway. And depending on if we have to go through any small towns or not, because those take longer. But hopefully we'll be able to cruise right along. Ooh, there's some cars wanting to come, so wanting to merge, so let's pull over here before that car gets up here. Because they will pull into this lane regardless if I am there or not. Because I've had that happen a bunch of times. They don't yield or nothing, even though they should have a yield. They should have to yield. Is he still there? Or did he turn off? I can't tell. I think he turned off, so let's go back over in this other lane. Yeah, it must have turned off. Press the 1 key and I get to re-center my point of view. Let's keep hauling. Oh, then I go touch the mouse. Now I have it. So on the keyboard I can shift using the right shift key, or upshift and downshift with the right control key. So if I don't want to hold on to the mouse the whole time, I have that option as well. Yep, that's how advanced setup I got. Yep. Well, before I were to get a steering wheel set up, I would need to build a new computer. The computer I currently have is over 10 years old now. The graphics card I have in it is over 10 years old. It's a R9 200 series, an Asus Radeon R9 200 series, and it is so old that Arch Linux doesn't even support the hardware encoding on it anymore. So I'm not able to record this on the desktop. So I have a laptop, and I talked about this in the last video and the tutorial. And I'm running Arch Linux on this laptop because it did have Windows 10, and that's going the way of the dodo bird. So I wiped it and installed Arch Linux on here, and I'm running the recording and everything off of that. And this is an Asus gaming laptop. I have put together and repaired and fixed a lot of computers in my time, and built computers, and I usually only buy Asus parts and Corsair for RAM, and I used to do Fujitsu for hard drive, but I switched for some reason. No, not Fujitsu. Hitachi hard drives I used to use. And then for some reason I switched to Western Digital. They might not have had that hard drive in stock, and it seems like the Western Digitals work just fine as well. And now with the new solid state, the NV ME or something. You know, like the stick hard drive, solid state. I just been using Samsung for that. I also use Corsair for the power supply. Video card, I use Asus video card, Asus motherboard. And I usually build AMD computers. I find that they're priced a little cheaper than Intel, and they're just as good, if not better. I've built Intel PCs before, but I've never built myself an Intel PC. Those Intel processors can get to be spendy, but I know that the AMD ones now can get to be spendy too. But anyway, I think I priced together like my dream computer and everything that I would want to have in it, you know, the liquid cool, the just really high-end parts. And I think the pricing on it was up to $18,000 or something crazy. I would never spend that much to build a computer because that's just insane. But it was just I was bored one day and it sounded like fun, and I'm like, I'm gonna put together a computer, see what it would cost to have my dream computer. And there was like the max amount of RAM the motherboard would be able to handle, like over 100, like 196 gig, or you know, close to 200 gig of RAM, and had like I think 4 terabyte hard drives in it. You know, I had I don't remember if I went with Radeon or GeForce or the you know, whatever the latest snazziest, coolest GeForce was at the time. I mean, this is probably like a year or two ago when I did this. And prices seem to be even more expensive now, so it'll probably be closer to 20 grand. But don't need to build a computer that spendy. You know, I wouldn't mind spending anywhere from $200 to $4,500 on a computer. Can't afford to do that right now, but I may not ever be able to afford to do that. But anyways, it's fun to think about. So the reason for all of that is because I'm playing on a gaming laptop, and I like to game, but I didn't buy the gaming laptop just to play games on it. The gaming laptops seem to be built more heavy duty than just a regular laptop, and I have found that it can take a little bit more of a beating than a regular laptop can. So this laptop has been like thrown across the middle console onto the passenger seat. It's been dropped. It might have even been stepped on at one time. And I mean, you know, try to take good care of the stuff and everything, but you know, life happens, and yeah, it just it just keeps on going. And Arch Linux just runs beautifully on this laptop. The games play well. Other software runs really well. And this laptop has a GeForce on it. I think it's a GeForce RTX 1080 or something like that. But the driver recognizes or picks up the hardware encoding, so when I'm editing videos, it uses the hardware encoder. When I'm video recording, it uses the hardware encoder, so works really good. And I imagine with Arch Linux, we'll be able to run on this laptop for many, many years. You know, unless something burns out on the laptop, heaven forbid. Wants us to get in that lane. For whatever reason. Yeah, look how they're like going a speed that's just barely fast enough. There's no way I'm driving behind them. Then I'd have to go slower. I think at some point up here we will need to turn off. Okay, now I'm gonna move over, because yeah, that's what happens. They're supposed to yield. Okay, our new goal is to stay above 11,600. Like, even AI should be able to understand whatever AI model they're using for the mod, should be able to understand that if there's a vehicle or an object to their left or right, they have to yield and slow down. But no. Nope. It's just go and run into whatever's there. How long do we have left? 5 hours and 45 minutes. We're gonna push it. We're gonna keep going, and we'll stop when we get closer to the 3 or 2 hour mark. We're gonna push it. I should have been paying better attention and then moved over into the other lane. I didn't notice that lane was ending. But if I would have been paying attention, I could have got over in that other lane quicker. What I could do, I think it's this one. There. I could put them mirrors up. Those are the special mirrors that I got. They're just a magnet. You can click them to the metal and they'll just stay there for you. Don't have to adjust the seats or nothing. I don't like having those there. It just feels like it's obstructing a view. But they are convenient. I don't have to turn my head or use the mouse to look. I could adjust the seat and move it back, and then I could see the actual mirror, but... And to get these mirrors up, all I did was press F2 on the keyboard. And every time you press F2, it turns it on, turns the other one on, and then it'll turn them off. Whoa. Let's stay in our lane. Let's say E-gallop. What do we got here? That's not what I wanted. That's what I want. 4 hours? Let's keep going. Switch that map. We better slow down. I don't want a ticket. Set our cruise to 65. No one's coming up beside us. Gallop, look at that. We discovered Gallop. Should have a couple of coconuts I can tap together. Make that galloping sound. A little over 4 hours left. Let's keep pushing it. Let's look at our map real quick. So we got a couple options coming up. There's another option. Here's another option. So if we click here, how far is that? About 4 hours. So if we could make it to about here, that would be nice. I'm just going to leave that marker there. See if we can make it. Looks like we get a photo opportunity up here. Alright, let's do this photo opportunity since we're right here. We'll go to photo mode. And it's Red Rock Park. Take the picture. Keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. Let's set up our cruise control back up to 75. And see if we can't push it to that spot. Alright, this helps a lot that we can bypass the way station. Stay in our lane here. And if we could push it another 4 hours, that would be nice. Although I can see the traffic is picking up a little more. No tickets. So we need to make sure to stay far enough behind. And start slowing down a little bit here. Let's go on this other lane. Resume our cruise control speed. Oh my word. That horn. There's the regular horn. That horn sounds like it's from a clown car. Oh dear. %3 damage on the truck. 3 hours and 16 minutes to go. We have 2 hours and 45 minutes to get to our destination here. So let's keep hauling and get to where we want to go. That'll be nice because then we'll only have a 6-hour drive and we'll be able to get there a day early. Should have turned my blinker on. Why are you slowing down? It's a pretty area from what I can see. Slow down a little bit. And we should be getting close. Let's get over in this other lane here after this car passes. Any minute now, we should be getting to where we want to be. How dare they make me shift down? Is this the one? Ooh, I don't know if we're gonna make it down to here. Hour 32. Okay, we can do it. Yep. Getting tired. We can do it. As long as we don't have any delays, accidents, reroutes. Why are you braking? Oh my goodness. I'm not running into you. I just saw we needed to turn this way. I almost missed that. How sad would that have been? If you go and run into me, there's nothing I can do about it except get a ticket. We're pushing hard, trying to get the full time for the day. These cars want to keep testing me. These other drivers. Come on. Go the speed limit. We are gonna be cutting it close. Do not want a speeding ticket. I need to slow down. Whoa, Nelly. Will we make it in time? Yeah, I know I'm getting tired. We're almost there. Don't ding me. So in the real world, when your time runs out, does the truck just shut off, or does it idle down or slow down? Or when your time runs out, you have like 30 minutes, 15 minutes, or so many miles you can go to get to a rest stop? Or you pretty much gotta stop? Let me know down in the comments. Okay, here we go. Which one do we want to go to? We want to go to this one. How much time do we have left? What time to gas up? I think so. We'll hurry up and gas up. Alright, we'll turn into the first one we're able to and sleep. Right here. Check that out. We made it. Good deal. Good deal. Alright. So now we should make it the rest of the way. Let's get this load to its destination. A lot of traffic already for 5 o'clock in the morning. All right, we got a 5-hour drive. Apparently, there are a lot of people up this early around these parts. Looks like it's going to be a nice day for trucking. As the sun is coming up and the stars are fading away. The FIFA World Cup. That's what it said on the side of that trailer. Ooh, we gotta get in this other lane. We got to get in the other lane. They're letting us in. That's nice of them. Oh, what's going on here now? Some merging issues. Pretty soon, as we get into California, we're going to have to slow down to 55. Apparently that's the law for truck speed in California. In Californication. One second. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, I'm driving a Mack. Mack truck. This Mack truck I don't seem to mind. Some Mack trucks I do not like driving on this game. My favorite to drive is on this game is the Peterbilt with the cat engine, or Kenworth. I don't mind the International. What's the other one I don't mind driving? Wasn't a huge fan of the Freightliner, but I mean it would do. Two hours and 23 minutes to go. We're almost there. We just might meet our goal of 11,600. It's too bad we had to move it 2 or 3 times, but we got to get down to 55, so we do not get a speeding ticket. And now 55 will be the speed the rest of the way, and it feels like we're just crawling along. That ain't too bad. Ooh, look at the birds. Look at the birds. Agricultural inspection ahead. Don't hit him. Oh, that was close. It's going a little faster than I realized. Alright, let's keep on keeping on. And we're almost there. Oh, we gotta let that car go. And that one. Blythe discovered. Yay, we get to bypass the way station. It does feel like we're crawling now at 55 miles an hour. On the default game, my other profile, you can do 5 over and you won't get a ticket, but I've tried that on with these realistic fines and stuff that they will ticket you 5 miles over. And since we don't want to get a ticket, we'll stay at the speed limit. Even if it is a little slow, try to keep your eyes open. See how many times you can catch your eyes shutting on yourself. And I believe in California, if you were going a mile over what the speed limit is for trucks, they would pull you over. Believe it. We took a vacation in California. We did a road trip. We landed in Vegas. Then we went across to San Francisco. And then we went up the coastline all the way up to Eureka. Took a couple days. And then we went back across to Reno. And then we went south on the east side of California. Then we went past is it Moose Lakes? It's like a big resort town, ski resort town, like downhill ski. Was it Moose Lakes? It's not Mongoose. It was. I'm pretty sure it was like Moose Lakes or something. I'd have to look it up. And that whole trip is just beautiful and amazing. Driving along the ocean on that coastal road. was awesome. Even going through the middle of the state, it was crazy how quick the terrain changed. It would be this kind of terrain, and then like a few miles later, it'd be a different kind of terrain. And it was like just bam. I would take that trip again in a heartbeat. On the east side of California, driving down, we stopped at a lake called Mono Lake, and it was awesome. It's a saltwater lake, and my daughter and I, we swam in it, or more like floated in it. What is this car waiting for? Okay, I'm gonna go then. Do not pull out and hit me. And it was awesome. You laid back and you just floated. It was like you're just sitting in the most comfortable chair. It was awesome. There was like nobody there. It felt like driving down to the lake was you were like taking these back dirt roads. Oh, there was like one other couple there, but they were like packing up their camper and then they were gonna leave. But they camped there. But that lake was pretty awesome. My wife found that lake because we were gonna go to Salt Lake City, Utah, and then come down, but this was a much better drive. So thanks to her. Shout out to the wife for suggesting that and finding that Salt Lake. It was one of the highlights of the trip. It was awesome. Each day we did about anywhere from 3 to 5 hours driving. Then we had time to stop and check things out. We had time to get to where we wanted to be, check things out. We stayed a couple days in San Francisco. And we went to Chinatown and Japantown and went to the beach, and we did a couple other things too. I don't remember, but it was fun. And then from there, went over the Golden Gate Bridge, which was pretty awesome. First time I've been there. Well, first time I've been anywhere out there. And yeah, it was a good time. It was a great trip. Had to turn that way. Didn't want to hit that car. We're like so close. If we can make it without getting another ticket, that would be awesome. It would help out our funds greatly. Make sure we don't hit that cop car there. Or that truck. Shouldn't be doing this right now, but is that a puma? I think that's a puma, that hood ornament. Let me know down in the comments. I might have asked this on another video, but in case you don't see that one and you see this one while I'm driving a Mac, let me know if that's a puma. P-U-M-A. Puma. We are almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Fire away. Wait for the fence to open. Find out where they want us to park this trailer. Right back there. And can I get around to over there? Should be able to. Oh wait, does it want us to park? Oh, right there. So we gotta go down here and then park it in that spot. Oop. There we go. Nice. First time that time. How about that? All right. Excellent. Got some monies, got some XPs. Nice. All right. Let's see where. You know what? Let's look at some used. I don't think I can get a used truck yet. With only 13,000, I'm gonna need more than that because I'm gonna pay for gas and tolls and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. 370. I want a bigger engine. I'd like to have the Cat. It doesn't say what kind of engine is in it. $370. $370. $455. I wish it showed on here what kind of engine it was. And I can't click on it. Doesn't give me any other information than that. 370, 500. I wonder if that's a Cat engine. I mean, it wouldn't have to be a Cat engine, but that's what I want. But they want 134,000 for used. That's crazy. But maybe that's normal. I don't know. 510. That's a nice looking one. $144. $1,650. $1,850. $455. Eaton Ultra Shift. Yeah, anyway, those are too much. What's the lowest price we got? Volvo. I didn't really like driving the Volvo or the Western Star. I could get by with an International 450. That'd probably be alright. It actually doesn't have too bad of doesn't need much fixing. So I won't have to worry about that right away. I wonder how many speed it is. I can't get any more info on this. Let's see what else we got here. Western Star, Western Star, Western Star, Volvo, International with a sleeper, 38. Now we'll look at the repairs that would need for that. The engine, transmission, chassis. I mean, that's all up in the 20s, almost 30%. It's a 500 horsepower though. Be spending quite a bit of money to fix that. You could probably just buy a brand new one. Maybe not. That other one, how many miles did that have? $545,000 miles. And look, like everything isn't worn out down as much. And it's a 450, 1650, so might not be able to pull the huge heavy load stuff, but and it's a day cab, but in the game it don't matter. What was the other one? Oh, it's Kenworth. I didn't mean to go back that way. 600 horsepower, there we go. Pretty good condition, but that's a lot of moolah. Lots of moolah. That's in good shape. For only 190,000. I wonder what they are brand new. Should look and see what they are brand new. Oh, that was a Mac. How come? Oh, I see what I did. That part isn't working though. So only 29,000 has 545,000 miles on it, but the wear and tear on it is not that much. It's not bad. So if I had 40,000 in the bank or 50,000 in the bank, then I would consider doing this one to get my own business and stuff started on the game. Or I would even consider this one. It has a, oh no. There's a lot of repairs on that one. That's crazy. It must just be because it's a day cab and it's super high miles. But I would need a little extra moolah for that one. This one wouldn't be too bad. If it's a 370 horsepower. Alright, well we're not getting a used truck this time, so we looked a little bit. Let's see where we're going next. What do we got here? Price per distance. Driving an International 600 horse. Excuse me. 600 horsepower. 1640. Oh boy. going from Butte, Montana to Longview, Texas. That'd be a good drive, huh? Let's see, what is the price one? Is it the same one? Oh, Texarkana to Sandpoint, 1897. That wouldn't be a bad drive either. So that's 1897. What was the other one? 1697. They're both 91 cents. How many miles is this? 1743. 2019. So it's just a little bit longer. Actually, let's do this one because then we can start out in Idaho and then go all the way down. Let's do, oh no, Texarkana. We'll start here and make our way up and over. Let's do that one. What are we driving? Kenworth? All right. Can dig it. Let's take it. All right. I'm going to end the video here. And we know where we're going to be heading on the next video. And we will see you all in the next video. Thanks for joining More Cowbell Gaming. And you all take care.